I do not know what it is about you that opens and closes. Only I understand. The voice in your eyes is deeper than any rose. No one, not even the rain, has such small hands. There's this scene from one of my favorite movies of all time called Hannah and Her Sisters, and the character played by Michael Caine, he sort of has this impossible love for this other character played by Barbara Hershey. But he meets her on the street and they go inside this bookstore and he buys her a book of poems, and one of them in there is a poem by E. Cummings. And he said, go home and read this poem. It's about you. And I love that line when he says, no one, not even the rain, has such small hands. And it's such a small, yet very visceral idea. But I think it really talks to elevating the mundane and allowing yourself to be touched by certain things, and also intention. I was thinking about recently how so often in life we try to play it cool, or I don't know, like we see our sensitivity as a handicap, when in reality your sensitivity can be such a gift. I don't know if you guys ever feel like that. I'm someone where I let things touch me very deeply, and I think the more that you do that, the more you elevate the mundane, whether that is your small hands or just doing small gestures to show someone that you care. I think that is truly a way of living that is an art. And I was also thinking about this lately because there was something that happened in Berlin when I went for my show that utterly broke me. And I'm gonna do like a whole Berlin vlog, but I just wanted to share this moment with you because it's been living rent-free in my mind. And it's that I can't believe I'm showing this. I went to a bar to meet up with a friend who I really love because she has such a deep connection to herself, and she's always very present in her body and what she needs. And I think that's something that I really admire in other people when they're having a bad day. Like they'll show up and just be like, I'm having a bad day. And she's definitely this type of person. Yeah, we all met up and we were getting drinks at this bar. And we were having this really amazing time. It had started raining outside. It was one of those summer nights, you know, where you just feel like this is special, you know? And we were all sitting inside, and then suddenly her face just changes. I don't know, I've never seen anything like it. And I was like, oh my God, like, what's wrong? Are you okay? And she was like, my ex just walked in. And me, I feel like in that situation, I think I was even telling her, I was like, play it cool, like act like you don't care, like let's like all just act like we're having the best time, and he'll see you and he's gonna be like, so wow, jealous or whatever. But she didn't do that. She was, instead of asking what would make the other person see me in a certain light, she was very present in her own feelings and asking herself, what do I need in this moment, and how do I feel? Like, she's very much someone who wears her heart on the sleeves. And she actually went up to him and just started telling her like how much she felt in that moment. And I was really blown away by that. I was really blown away by the way she prioritized how she felt in that moment. And I think it's so funny because recently there's been this trend like on TikTok about, you know, doing things that are mindful and demure. And I think that there's this idea around that it's like sort of acting like you don't care or acting unbothered in a certain way. But to me, the way she handled that and the way that she was present and the way that she felt, that was very demure to me. I was like, you are prioritizing actually admitting to yourself that you feel something, and ask yourself like, what touches you? Like, what actually moves you? Because I think it's so rare in life to actually care. You know what I mean? what in your life right now is making you feel more alive, making you feel any kind of emotion that's not just like, you know what I mean? Something that's really been touching me lately has been, and I think I've talked a lot about this, has been music. It's just been such a gift to me, and I've been spending, every morning what I do is I play the piano. I try to learn a new song by ear, and I really try to work on my vocals. I've actually been taking some voice lessons online because I feel like I didn't realize this, but you know, your voice is a tool like anything else, and I used to think either you're a good singer or you're not, when in reality, your voice is something that you can cultivate like anything else. And I'm actually partnered with Skillshare on this video because the classes that I'm taking are through them. If you guys want to improve in any area of your life, whether that is painting, illustration, film, music production, playing an instrument, Skillshare is the place to do it because they have thousands of classes to choose from, and they're the largest online learning community for creatives. What I find really appealing as someone who's interested in a ton of different things, for example, music production, art, is you don't have to choose just one class and you can truly learn at your own rhythm. I also think it's a great way to track your learning and keep yourself accountable because they have these really cool learning paths so you can actually stack your skills over time. So I am personally very excited about their vocal classes that I'm taking, as well as the mixing and mastering class that I talked about in my last video. And I think it's very empowering to sort of learn at your own pace. So if you would also like to turn your, oh, I wish I knew how to do this, into I actually do know how to do that, then I would definitely recommend checking out Skillshare. And they're actually offering the first 500 people who use my link down below a free month trial to check it out. But like I said, it's only the first 500 people who click on the link, so make sure to hurry up and check that out. So thank you so much to Skillshare for sponsoring and being a supporter of this channel. I think it's really great when you can learn and expand your capabilities. I'm all about that. So yeah, I thought that maybe I would include some footage of before I went to Berlin, because again, just like in my last video, I think I had some interesting breakthroughs around asking the universe for gifts, as well as not negating your preferences. So I thought that would be interesting. I feel like a lot of times I will randomly turn on the camera to talk to myself because I like to sort of do that. I'll either use my dictaphone app or I'll turn on the camera, and then sometimes I'm like, this was very raw and vulnerable and you should share that because it could resonate with some people. So I'm gonna share that. My hair is darker in that clip. Do not fear. I didn't dye it back, but it was from before I went to Berlin. So yeah, enjoy. Oh, we leave for Berlin in 3 days and I thought I'd do a little check-in. So first of all, my apartment has never been this clean. I spent like the whole week just trying to get it ready because I'm exchanging my apartment with my friend in Berlin. And yeah, it just was a good excuse to do like some spring cleaning, some summer cleaning. I got a lot of things that I haven't had. Like for example, I moved into this place in September and I didn't even have an oven. I mean, I guess I could say that honestly, like I don't really cook in the sense of like baking things or this and that. But yeah, like I just got all these little appliances for my kitchen. The other day I ordered this like meuble, like this little piece of furniture for my kitchen, and it came in like a million pieces. And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna put on some Disney music and figure it out. And that's something I've been thinking a lot about lately, is like, you're not a few years away, you're not a few months away from your dream life, you're a few vibrations away from your dream life. So if you can always sort of just like tap into that positive, fun energy, and that's really been something that I've been learning lately is how to stay on like that good train of feeling and look at everything as like a fun adventure and romanticize life. I love the smell of this. There's like this little shop I go to and the guy was like, these are what we burn in India. It's the exact same smell. And I was like, okay. And I actually really love the way that my apartment smell. I've been thinking a lot about lately, like sort of like the third places that I want to create between myself and other people. What are my preferences in life and in relationships, and how can I be fidèle moi-même, for example, like and I got these prompts from Sarah Verba, which is someone that I really love on YouTube. She said, like, in what way do you negate your preferences in life, and like what situation? I've also realized recently in life, like my top priority with relationships and friendships is like the spiritual bond between us. Like, I know that sounds so cringy, but like I have to have like this feeling of empathy and warmth, and like we can have a lot in common. Like you can be like an amazing artist and all that, but like if I don't feel good around you, like if I don't feel like really comfortable around you to be myself, then that's not really something I'm interested in. Because what I realized is like the number one thing in my life that should be taking like precedent is how I feel. And I've just noticed over these last few weeks, as I've prioritized like positive affirmations, feeling good, like having fun, the more that like even people on the street react to me differently, the more I receive crazy gifts, crazy opportunities. So yeah, I'm just leaning into those vibes. And that's why, even though I kind of miss my long hair, I'm like, no, bitch, this is a new era. Like, just have fun with it, because that's like aligning yourself to whatever decision you make. And it's the same, like if I choose to cut my hair, I'm aligning with it, and I'm going to make myself the most epic version right now of myself. So I do like my little outfit today. Tonight I'm going to a concert with my friend Anne, which I'm pretty excited about. The weather's shit, but yeah, I've just been enjoying as well, doing more like concerts and going out and things. So yeah, now I'm going to do my prints. I always forget to tell you guys that I have prints out. If you want to support what I'm doing, getting a print is a really good way to do so. And these are the last prints that I did, so I'm sending those out today. I also just want you guys to know that no matter what you're going through in life, know that you can ask for help, you can ask for guidance, and you can sit with yourself and journal and find ways to become more aligned. And I often find when I'm going through a difficult time, the first thing I want to do is like numb myself out by scrolling TikTok or doing this or that. And what I love about YouTube is it feels like such an intimate platform, where when you are spending time with a creator, it's like quality time. So that's why, you know, I'm really leaning into these sort of like talky videos, because I feel like the people I love to watch, it feels like a real connection. I'm not just like watching glamorous moments of their life. Like, you know, I live in Paris, so I can be out like filming like me going to cafes and stuff, and surely I do that, but actually this like living alone in Paris vlog, it could be anywhere. People are interested in Paris, but like I think we all just want to feel like we have a friend. So I hope that I can be that for you in some way. Oh my god, this is so funny. Like I have this image of myself in here. That's the photo of my first EP. It's not like I have tons of photos of myself around my apartment, but yeah, it just reminds myself of the accomplishments I've had. And I think oftentimes in life we're thinking about all the things we still need to do, but maybe just take a second and like be proud of yourself for the things that you've already done. You know, you've done so much, and even if it's like small things, like you don't have to accomplish things to be worthy as a human. And that's something I always have to remind myself of, as like a Capricorn rising and like all these Capricorn placements of like wanting to achieve in order to feel valued. Like I remember growing up in school, like I'd always want to get the best grades. I'd always want to like be number one. I mean, I didn't have to be like the best in the class, but like I wanted to make people proud through my accomplishments. But I think growing up is like learning that just by being here, you are worthy, you know? So yeah, that's what I think about that. I love you.